So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, kill! 46.
On play action, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. Prescott now from the 50. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Tua on 4th down.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Number 38, Jack White.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Striker, 3-3.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fields it right around the goal line.
The Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And got his man complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
Touchdown!
Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. 1-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time, The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They go back to Pollard on second down, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Pollard again. They find some open field here. 60 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to have the first down and then some. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Pollard will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes The quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Play action now. Prescott.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Hey, check Vegas.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. Down to the 42, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
10 cycles.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
Here we go.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Right. Check right.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Going to run again here with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think
and this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll run left with Pollard.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On third down, it's Prescott.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned,
Your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Now flex. While you dare look in the best, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you hands on? You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's chin in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate the only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strength.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he... knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Down carry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they held him to just a yard.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one to the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the left hash, this from 46. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, You have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They run for the first time with James Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On play action, Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by B.O.M.B.S, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, B.O.M.B.S to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
On one, right?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by B.O.M.B.S, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, B.O.M.B.S to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Steps away. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. They'll run with Mixon. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of 4 that time, and it'll give the Bengals a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards, the final tally.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Mix it up the middle. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. McPherson's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. He's got the hook up with Diggs. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
65 yards on the ground for him so far.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. Incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the game starts. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
McPherson's kick is good.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. From the 16, Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow now off the bootleg. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Well, that time it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. "54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen is going to go for a big play downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Hines. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Allen will try to throw for it. That's caught, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Burrow on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's a quarterback in for the sack. Tre'Davious White.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Allen off the play fake. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. So Allen's going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter, when you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Here's Hines. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Allen. On the move to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I
need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like the...
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Devontae Smith now from his end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Okay, ready?
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
Second down, back to Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Hurts. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
On the set.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd and 7. Now Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
This is caught. It's Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Steps away to his left. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action with Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 27 yards.
And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Elliott now to kick this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Play action, now it's Tua. They're going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
On the set.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates. Ready?
They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Now, I know that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be sterner with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On play action, here's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Left wing 19, 19 right. Three.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Hey, confused. Ready?
After the turnover, it's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Where they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. end zone now. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders from 6 yards away.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Tua, the final shot before half.
Open man, that's Gesicki down the field.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. The 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ready.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 29, Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And out across midfield down to the 45.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Open man has got it, the tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. It's on 3rd and 6.
Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Here's Hurts to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's good for an Eagles.
They'll run with Sanders, and he is going to lose yardage here. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Hurts will throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this one. No, okay.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as most.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to take possession as they get it at the 42-yard line.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Here's Mostert.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Tua now, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not.
And now here is another interception.
And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed it.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sticky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it here, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause go ultimatum. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them, just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work, my thoughts.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California.
Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was... He's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Done. Stop. 11 empty. Stop.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. And they go play action now, Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra. Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. They'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Back to Mixon on second down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
When they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football, I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Rolling to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Burrow will throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Burrow on play action. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now it's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd and 6.
It's Eckler again. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They snap it to Herbert. That's to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. It's a room to maneuver. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Throw left side, complete. That's Williams. So he stopped for no gain, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They wind up losing a yard on the play, and this brings up a 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers!
Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
He's got a man, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And the Bengals first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Got a man complete, it's Taylor. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Trent Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gall, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Rolling to his left. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Being chased out left. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Dancing to his left. Going deep here for Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he wisely will throw that one away.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left. Contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Here's Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 25 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To throw again on second down.
Burrow over the middle. He finds Higgins.
Complete to T. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll give it to Mixon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here we go.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now Herbert.
Flush to his right. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And his kick is good. And this home crowd is in a frenzy. As their guys have pulled it out of the end.
Well,
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and it certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
Somebody to hold me. Some done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games. Games. God damn, it really must be so intimidating. But I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Hold me, they cannot hold me, yeah. Slowly, ain't no more taking it slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy, yeah. Hold me, I need somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. Gold's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the double. Blue check.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And not much there.
maybe a yard up to the 24.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Right, 60. Next, yellow.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right, 97. Check, pink.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Tua. And the Niners get there and bring him down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And going deep for Hill. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 38. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
21.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. McCaffrey running up the middle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Okay, break.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away, not intercepted.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's the gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
41.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Garoppolo now. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Tua, the final shot before half. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Room here to run. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better. And maybe this...
And this is caught inside the 5.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Samuel with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Miami. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here we go, here we go.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
13.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
He'll take this to the 46.
Here we go.
On play action, now Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
21. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
That swung out to Mostert.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Ready. Shot, 17.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Tua going to throw.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance of victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 30. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
97 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, "Guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win." And usually they say, if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.